We've worked our way through about 6 or 7 and have tracked generations back to your, well, let's use Don as the reference, back as far as his great-grandparents, right? And we're in that same era with this photograph. This is the farm in Nebraska, and I don't know who all of those folk are, but if you look along the top row, the second one in is Emil.
From the right?
From the left.
From the left, okay.
So, what of the bit over?
Yes.
That one there.
Yeah. The next one in is
He's,
Charlie. They're siblings. I'm having trouble with all of those in the front, but in the back row, the next one, that one is John. And again, I'm not having any luck, but at least you have 3 of the sibs that would be your Don's grandfather's uncles, or great uncles, right? Now, those must be people who visited the farm in Nebraska at the time the picture was taken. I can't identify them with any of the immediate family, though they could be. Let's back through the ones that we've also looked at before. Now, Treva is better able to sort of put this in the right context. As I understand it, it was taken at your home while you were living in Walla Walla, is that? Or in Yakima. And let's walk across. Now that is Mary Grady, who would be your great aunt. Yeah, we've marked this one, or we've started to. Now, you obviously can identify at least 3 or 4 of the others. You identify those, Larry. That's Mary Grady.
Great aunt.
Oh, great aunt. Okay.
Yeah, and that's
And then
those children are among the presently assembled. That is Henry Grady, Mary's husband, and another one of which of you is that? Larry?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll bring his son forward. You'll see
I
the.
was sure I was better looking than that.
we're better looking then.
He looks like he's
We're not comparing about now.
And the lower of the 2 sitting on that side is my mom, Nellie, and behind her, all you see is the back of her head, is Rose Ellis.
That's Aunt Rose?
Yeah.
Short hair.
And Treva confirmed this, right? Right?
well, okay.
So this is Janice or Cheryl? No, that'd be Debbie.
No, Debbie's in Mary's lap.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's Debbie.
Interesting.
You're on your own there.
You want a white background on that?
Yeah. Someone hit me up. I did too. That'd be good.
This is a non-connect. We know from the back that it's someone by the name of Michael, and from the pedigree information that Mary has collected, my Mary now, he's probably in the great-grandparent generation. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple of long markers here. Angle.
I love this one. The story behind this one is very interesting.
Yeah, this is the locale for sure. Is a log cabin in the Bighorn Mountains, west of Casper. Your dad used to go, as all of us did, for summer periods there. Our water supply was a spring about 100 feet down front of the cabin, and when our dad came on weekends to deliver groceries, he'd plop things like watermelons into the spring. And your dad, some of yours can relate to Dick, who sat there and tended the watermelon for fear something might happen to it. The car I recognize too. It's vintage early 30s, but I can't be sure who it is. It would probably be either my mom or Rose Ellis, because they both had. I think it's most likely Rose. Do you think, Teresa? Yeah.
And the child?
Well, who would have been born in the early 30s? It could be.
Well, no, that was
No.
so that would be Dad, maybe, but
Could be one of the Ellis kids.
Dad's earliest memories are of that era.
Yeah.
It was, what was he, 3 or 4? Do you remember how old you were when that was?
Yeah, well, I would be going up there when I was anywhere from 4 to 10.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So Dad would have been as 2 to
0 to 6. Yeah.
That would fit.
Yeah.
That would fit. No, this was only done during the summer.
Yeah.
This was just to improve the property, to get ownership of the land, to then sell it to Jack Ellis, so he could send his sheep up there for grazing. Isn't that right?
Yes.
And then that's what they purchased the furniture store with, was the money from that.
That was in the days when you could homestead 360 acres as long as you lived on it. It could document the fact that you lived on it at least part of each year.
And it was okay to be there just a part of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
So it wasn't,
You didn't have to be there year round.
It's been winters in town.
Right.
because we'd never think that there would be anything illegal done.
This, I'm sure, is a team of mules and what kind of farm instrument is that? Probably a thresher. Yeah.
Looks like we.
Yeah. And I think that's Jack, most likely. Who'd be your uncle.
Our Uncle Mike's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean?
Oh, yeah, right.
You mean
Yeah.
the boy?
Yeah. Sorry, Mike.
The mules, we don't know their names.
Okay, in order, left to right, is the favorite son.
He's still jealous of me. Dang you.
Right. And the one with the cheesy grin in the middle you can identify.
That's right.
And the one looking askance and sort of down his nose is Jack.
Move the book up. Move it up just a little bit so you can see what the book is in either of them.
Where are they binders?
Well, Don points out that we must have been on our way to some kind of academic function because we were armed with books. Could be.
Did you wear a tie to school normally in grade school?
Yeah, it was St. Anthony's Catholic High School.
Did they have a little chain around your ankle?
They no. Sister Marie Calisanctus taught me all I know in kindergarten.
He talks very glowingly about the nuns in grade school.
We'll talk later about some of the others. The dark side.
Enough of that, Don. Let's move on.
How did you guys get along at that time?
There was typical sibling rivalry.
Dad remembers really idolizing Jack.
Yeah.
Sure, being the youngest of the oldest.
Yeah, well, Jack was mature enough to tolerate him. I don't think I ever did at that stage.
Did you all sleep in the same bed?
No.
You had separate rooms?
I think that was probably it. Jack had his own bed, and Dick and I shared one bedroom, but we had separate beds.
Was he the clown of the family, or was he the? Could you describe how you see him as a brother?
My oh
No,
Tom,
how you saw our dad. That
oh how oh I'm being semi-humorous. Please don't feel offended if I.
Down for history.
No, we
didn't like him either.
we actually he and I think as siblings go got along quite well. He was 4 years younger and was a good student, well liked by his peers, had girls. Treva, is this all right? Every step of the way he had a new one. And he enjoyed, I think, that whole period in Casper very much. He was functioning very well, and until service and going off to Alaska, he was very, very competent, very able, and he has his degree in engineering from.
Grades, if you want to.
Well, I don't know that kind of detail, but he got along all right.
Was he quiet? Do you remember him being quiet? What were the?
No, he was appropriate, gregarious, but not overly so.
And then of the three boys, what were the personalities like? Best you can remember. Obviously, you were one, so it's going to be difficult to see it objectively.
Well, you're getting a biased opinion, obviously, but since there's nobody here that can contradict me.
I wouldn't believe all the contradictions I have when I put my opinions in front of my siblings. So.
Well, to put it in the right setting, our dad, Joe, was a very severe disciplinarian, and he required the three of us to behave appropriately and to do well in school. And they provided superb examples for us so that we were not among the hoi polloi of the community, but we certainly were in a good socioeconomic strata where we could pretty much do everything that kids that age were able to do. Mind you, these were the Depression years when we were growing up, but we didn't feel pinched or.
You had a maid, right?
Well, yeah, Mary's reminding me that she's heard from my mom that because my mom helped run the furniture store, in fact, was the business end of it, she always had somebody in the home who took care of the housework and the cooking, and that's not a maid, Mary.
Oh, excuse me.
Goes Maid Marian.
Then you boys got old enough, Dixon, and you could take over the housework.
Yeah, we were expected to
Yeah.
be able to take care of ourselves, including cooking, washing,
Right.
darning socks.
Yes. Yep. Darn socks? Did you?
Those darn sons.
I'm glad June didn't come, just since she didn't hear some of this. I should, since I've got the mic, apologize on June's behalf. I don't know if you're aware of this, but 2 weeks ago tomorrow, she had major surgery. She'd been perfectly well, but her primary care physician fortunately did a history and physical and paid attention to what she was complaining about. I'm a bit embarrassed by that because she turned up the fact that June's asthma was, when she had her difficulty was when she was breathing in, not when she's breathing out. And I don't know if any of you know about asthma, but it's bronchospasm with wheezing on expiration. And because of that, the physician had a CAT scan done, and June had a big 3 by 4 centimeter, fortunately benign adenoma of the right side of her thyroid, which was removed surgically a week ago Monday. And she's convalesced nicely now, but she just doesn't have the stamina to make a trip up here and back, and she asked that I apologize on her behalf. But Mary and I and Dave can give her great tales, and hopefully we'll take some pictures back when we go as well. Shall we go to this one?
Yes, please.
This would be in the outskirts of Casper Mountain, probably. In the, what would I say, probably about late 1920s or 1930. And the boy hanging on over the rail on the left would be Jack, I'm almost sure. And that's my mom. And I don't know who, I think it's a family friend, is the next. And the next is Joe, my dad.
How
Or
tall was he?
he's 6.61, I think. Yeah.
So you boys were all, except for Dad, were all, you two older boys were taller than he was.
Correct. And again, these are family friends, I think. I can't identify them.
And Larry, are these all recorded?
Yeah, we've recorded all of these. We'll continue to try and cross-reference these with the pedigree that Mary's also filling out now. This is a treasure. I'm glad you've got this. This is Julia Hayes. Thanks, Mary. Julia is the mother of the Sib ship that Nellie Rose et al. Are part of. She's one generation earlier.
Was she born in Ireland? You know?
No, I think it was an earlier one earlier generation.
According to this history, she was born here.
Yeah.
But she moved to Nebraska.
Yeah.
Yes.
And did she marry an Irish man?
Yeah. They lived in Irish communities. I think it was almost the pattern.
And you went back to both farms as a kid?
Um,
The Hayes farm and
The Hayes farm did not exist when we were growing up. They had already moved to California. The farms that were extant at that time were the Kohler farm near Red Bluff, and then the Grady's, which was the Mary's family. Your great aunt Mary. Were in the area around O'Neill, and we did visit them there. And that's my mom. Probably about time she got married. She married late. Met my dad in Casper, and they were married. What would it be? Probably about 1920.
What was she doing in Casper?
She was clerking.
Did she like to talk a lot?
You've got a good memory. I didn't think.
It's just rural.
You know, that's a trait of the Irish, though. They're very vocal. You inherited it, Mike.
I remember going to her place a lot when she moved to Yakima. Remember, she was there.
Yeah,
for about a year.
right.
And playing pitch with her and Aunt Rose and Aunt Mary and one other. Was there another aunt? How many siblings did she have?
Dee Grady might have been there at that time, but I don't know of another of this
Maybe it
ship.
was just Aunt Mary and Aunt Rose then. This one you don't know.
This I'm striking out on. I can't.
Old girlfriend.
Could be. Very likely.
You said you thought it was possibly an old girlfriend.
Yeah. But of who? I don't know.
He never shared that with you?
Here's another. I wish I could get closer on this, unfortunately. Yeah. I'll try to go a little closer.
Look at the cigarette here, too. get taller than the water.
Starts to blur right about there.
Yeah, it's overexposed, and
No, but I mean the camera. I can't get to zoom like in my.
if it were digitized, you could play with it, but no way.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
It's the same SIB ship in slightly different order. Probably
Larry, do you want to go ahead?
a couple of years later.
You know, point them out.
Oh, yeah.
Because not
Yeah.
everybody will recognize.
Yeah,
So this is
Same time?
that's Jack. That's I,
Bob.
and that's Dick. He's already got a bit of a tummy. Have you noticed that?
Do you have any idea where the house is?
Let me look again.
It's got an address on it. It's got a number on it.
410,
418.
418. Yeah, that's East First Street in Casper, Wyoming.
We recorded.
Okay, yeah, that's true. We've got it on the
You got the
video.
pen.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the one you use for Mark?
June and I went back for the
You can write that, Larry?
50th.
Penmanship, is that true?
Yeah.
Which is true.
You can reach and you can write.
Yeah, that's a real asset.
418 East
The
First.
418 East First Street. What I started to add was that when June and I went back for what would be my 50th high school reunion a dozen or so years ago, that place was nowhere to be found. It's all gone, changed.
No historical or anything?
Does it have a date on that? That looks like a very old-fashioned place.
Yeah, I can't help on that.
But,
This is,
That
it
looks
looks
like
like
Dick.
it's Dad.
It is.
yeah.
Oh, you're kidding? Oh, no, it's not a Polaroid photo.
Yes, it is.
Is it? No, it is.
What year? Maureen, do you remember what year?
Have you seen this one yet already? Or
No. But the mule team, I'm sure, is the Kohler Farm in Nebraska. And I suspect that Emil is standing up on the haystack, and John is driving the mule team. And those may be Kohler aunts who lived in that area at that time. And I'm not going to be able to tell you which was which, but there used to be, when we would go as a family group for our visit, which would last 8-10 days, midsummer, other members of the clan used to come visit too. And Grandma Kohler was alive during much of that period, so it was her opportunity to get her kids together, because they were widely scattered. Even at that juncture, only Emil and John stayed home on the farm.
And they never married.
They never married.
Who do you think that is right by the rear end of the forest? There's another thing that
I can't.
is that right, Mike? Yeah.
I can't make out the features enough to give you even a educated guess, Mike.
Is there anyone else on that?
And Grandma Kohler fixed Czech food for special or most of the time. I remember Dad talking about that.
She never learned to speak English. She did the cooking and took good care of us when we visited. And she'd save up her coins and then disperse them to all of the grandkids when they came. So that was one of the appeals that we looked forward to. Cook kolaches, like I always remember poppy seed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that the twisted pastry? No.
No, it's like a
just a muffin. Yeah,
I fixed it occasionally, but it took me a long time to find a recipe.
yeah.
Your dad was Joseph Leonard, and his father was Joseph, is it E?
I don't know. I never knew him. We learned very little about him during my lifetime from him, from Dad.
But his middle initial is E.
I don't know. Mary may be able to help from more research she's done.
What'd you do with that paper you had?
I gotta go find it. We may have to take a break. I can't find my book that had like some of these photographs in it. It was a small size, about like this, but not this one. Like, no, this is, there's another book that's got it's going to spiral down. I've got to look. There may have some more photographs, but let's go through the rest of this.
Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah.
This is Dick and one of his girlfriends. Treva, I'm sorry, I can't.
Oh, it does say most of
I
them.
had boyfriends.
Oh, well,
Lois and Dick.
he divulged that. Somebody did. That's Lois. Yeah. Why he would have done a thing like that, I'll never know.
He was a
Thing to
marksman.
do.
He was a marksman, and up there were so many of these things at the time because of the salmon grazing, that these things were not protected at all. But, and to shoot one's very difficult in the air. You can't eat them. It's a osprey, right?
That's, I suspect, high school graduation, or maybe St. Anthony's. No, I'd be high school.
At least high school.
He hadn't aged too much beyond that when you met him, had he?
No, he certainly didn't.
He's lucky he married young because he lost his hair real quick.
Okay, this is down on the farm. And that's good. That's a good picture. Starting lower left is John. And that's Emil. No, let's go. That's John. The next one I'm not sure. The next one is Emil. Behind Emil is Charlie. And that's, I think, Joe. Yeah, I'm sure.
That's your dad.
Yeah. They're all Sibs. And the one in the middle could be a Sib, too. Who else is in the Sib ship? Edward, could be.
Is that all they had? Was just the
No, he died young.
Oh yeah, he died too young.
Didn't
Could
they
be
have some girls
Matthew.
that died also?
Alex, Emma, John, and Charles.
No, I can't be sure of the middle one on the bottom row.
So I just keep putting these here on.
dad's brothers.
Well, that's a great shot. That's good to know about that one.
Well, you probably know the mules better than the people by now because it's the same bunch. And that's nicely labeled. Dick, Bob, Jack, and Shirley.
1938.
Shirley would have been a cousin who lived in that part of Nebraska in 1938. So that would have been on one of our summer.
But how did Edward Fuller die?
Edward turns out to have died young, according to
3
Mary.
years old.
You know what else?
He died. I don't know what he died from, but
Oh, okay. I think this could well be great-grandfather Kohler that was resurrected. The picture was resurrected, that is. Sometime after, because I've seen this picture before. Does it have anything on the back?
No.
I'm pretty sure that would be the Kolarz who emigrated from Bohemia in the late 1800s.
It's your grandfather.
My grandfather, who I never saw.
And he deserted the family? Is he the one
Yeah.
who left the family?
Yeah.
he
Somewhere
fathered.
around this,
He fathered 10 kids before he did.
and we don't know how many else after
Yeah.
that. He was never found. Is that true? We don't know anything about him after he
Well,
left.
no, you know how old he was. He died in 1945.
But this is something you found out more recently. And I don't know from who.
Good Lord, he outlived his son.
Yeah, he lived until he was 95 years old. Wow. I think in California.
So would this be a grandson in his lap?
Could be. Could be. But I'm not, I wouldn't want to be held accountable for that.
You know that Kate, my wife, and my daughter were in Rocky Channy 2 or 3 years ago, and we have some pictures of the gravestones of Joseph Kohler. Another Joseph, I suspect, one of maybe his father, if there were several in a row there.
Well, the thing is, everything that I've seen in Bohemia, the first son is always named Joseph.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Really?
No kidding.
Yeah.
I followed suit.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Is that right?
You're Larry.
So it could be another Joseph Kohler that's not that closely related.
We're going to do fishing stories. This is the fishing story.
Well, after this week.
I think we've been through this one before.
Did we go through this with the video?
I don't know if this group has seen it.
Yeah, and I think this is a good one. Try this one. This is one that's in the same. If you notice, compare this picture to the other one. That's Dad.
Yeah.
And these kids look like the same kids.
Sorry.
You're better than I am at identifying those.
That's Dad. The corner's top is.
So this is Dad.
Is that Dad?
I can't help with the others.
So those would be the same picture.
You don't recognize anyone else?
I'm not going to help. I have no knowledge.
That's Dad up top.
That is, and I can't help with who the others are. Can't help. Clearly not Sibs.
Someone wants to mark at least that's Dad there. Okay. And we used Julie's random picture.
Yeah, it's the same group.
Same
Group
picture.
is there, yeah. Same picture, just a
Is,
photo.
is there a date on it?
No, nothing on this one.
Okay, now that's Emil on the right, and I can't be sure of that one, but that's Emil.
There's
How do you
Emil.
spell
You start, oh, that's a close-up of that
EMIL.
same. That's a close-up of that same shot. isn't it?
Same shot, yeah.
There's another. They must have been pretty
Looks
proud
like
of
it's
it.
Dad.
There you go.
Those are, they have horns. Catfish, yeah. Catfish, right. That would have been caught in lakes close by or
A
ponds.
little different shot of the same.
No, that's Nebraska.
These would be Nebraska?
All Nebraska. Right. Okay, that's good. That is Grandma Kohler, lower left. That's the only one I've seen of her.
That's your grandmother.
That's right. Your great grandmother, Kohler, mother of those children. Yes. That makes me think that the other two on the lower row are also Sibs, because I know there are other uncles and aunts that used to come to some of those gatherings, but I'm not sure which two those are. The back row, again, by now you can identify Emil, Charlie, and John.
And again, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
That one,
No,
I'm not sure.
Matthew,
Could be.
and Ella, or Anna. It's either Ella or Anna.
And there again, okay. I hesitate to identify these for. Do I have to incriminate myself? We'll see how good you are about recognizing features now. Who's that? Who's that, Larry? John, yeah.
That's Abel then.
That's Emil.
Boy, he looks good.
Yeah. That's that's Grandma Kohler,
That's Grandma Kohler. Your Grandma Kohler.
my Grandma Kohler, and her daughters, I suspect, flanking her. Yeah, could be. And Jack, and I don't know who that could be. I surely would never behave in that manner.
That's right.
Did you say that she didn't speak English? Is that right?
That's right. Never did.
Did you guys understand her?
Check.
Check. And her children translated for her when we visited. We could communicate, sign language, but she never did learn English.
Yes, your dad spoke Czech, didn't he?
Oh, yes, yes.
Do you know what Kohler means in Czechoslovakia?
Wheel right, isn't it? Yeah.
What does it mean?
Wheel right.
Maker of wheels.
Baker of Wales.
Literally wheeler, pronounced Kolarsh.
With the dinosaurs. It's well documented.
This is stumping me again. I think John is third from the left in the top row, but I can't. Yeah, and that is Emil, right?
He's pretty young there.
Yeah.
One of them's probably Charles with his hair.
This could be your father.
It's 1899.
That could be your father.
Don't think so. He was the oldest, and he was bald even before I or Don acquired that.
Passions.
Can't help.
With the car.
Is that your Grandma Kohler?
You mean my grandma, or
Your Grandma Kohler, yeah.
don't think so? No, she was plumper, much heavier than that woman. Question mark, right? Again,
Sorry, I can't get any better than that.
I can't help.
That's Dad. Yeah, that's Dad on the right. I don't know who the young lady in the back is. Mom, is that could that be you?
Boy, no kidding.
Yeah.
Possible.
Can't.
You can see her best. I don't think so, no.
I got another copy.
Who's on the right? Who's clear on the left?
I don't know.
Oh, here, Larry, try this. It's slightly different.
You know, it's been.
That's a copy.
Yeah, that
This
looks
is
like
original.
Deb. Oh, that's Mom.
I'll bet it is. That's Treva,
Look at that.
What are
right?
the rest of them?
Now tell us who the others are, Treva.
You were there.
Doesn't that looks like, I thought it looked like Nell.
Could be in the middle.
Oh, yeah. So Nell, yeah, that's our grandma.
And then who's the man on the left? Do you remember?
Al, is that Uncle Al?
Oh, Al was out.
Was Al there? That could
I
be.
don't know, that could be, because Al came to see us.
If you remember Al coming, that looks like Al.
But you know, Dad's hair is pretty long at that point. So this is when we were really little.
Or were you even born?
If at all, yeah.
So where would this
My
be?
earliest memories.
In Rapid City? Or out
No,
Casper?
no,
Did you
Both
keep
of
home?
those side by side.
Yeah, because of somebody else.
Up Casper Mountain? Well, I gotta
Could
put my
be.
glasses on. Unfortunately.
Someplace with trees.
Yes.
Dad was got a date. See the date at the bottom?
Al and I came out to
October
see us
19th of no
in
year.
Richland
1903.
in
1903 something.
1960.
Yeah, you're right.
The other one's a little bit better blow up.
I remember that he did visit.
Yeah, it was really nice to see him.
He told me if I put my tooth underneath my pillow, that I'd get $1.
Al told you that?
He told me that, and I knew that was the
You were gullible even then, weren't
No,
you?
because I knew if we got a tooth, we got money from a tooth. I wasn't going to waste it on a possible $1, but I knew I was going to get a dime by putting it in the glass. I looked at him, I remember thinking, oh, this guy's...
I used to tell him
Years later, I realized he was planning on giving me $1. When I realized I just...
Silver one. One of the good ones. Yeah, he owes pillows here.
They didn't sleep on, they didn't pillows, they didn't like to sleep on pillows.
I remember him
So they
really
didn't have
laughing.
pillows, so I.
Yeah, he.
Get the joke. I didn't know you laughed. Obviously, you're not well
That's
informed.
right,
Why are you
that's
laughing?
right.
Did Bob know anything about it?
Yeah, those are Al and I think it's Al and Emil.
It said Alcoa.
Al Kohler and Emil.
Alcova Dam.
Oh yeah, Alcova Dam. Yeah, yeah.
Alcova Dam, oh,
That was while they were visiting us.
they were not visiting them.
Larry, is this thing recording?
Yeah, great.
Put that back in.
Yeah.
October 1901.
1903.
And the funny comment.
Can you edit it?
I can't, but he can.
30 something, yeah, it could be,
Okay, here's another one. I'll say.
That close. But that's Al, and you can
They're the same.
mark it, Jennings.
Yeah, I think Al brought Emil on a trip to the Northwest, and it's in the 30s,
It says 19.
1930 something.
This one
Yeah.
says something very similar, and it's clearly
Yeah.
a 3.
Yeah, again, 1930
And
something.
Pathfinder Dam, does that mean anything to you, Mom? Or the Pathfinder Dam?
yeah, but that's,
You know where that is?
but that was in, I know I heard of it, why didn't I hear of it?
I can't help, but I
And the
think
people
it's
you can't.
But Emil's on the left and Al.
yeah.
Here's a close-up of it, might help a little bit.
And I think that's Al's daughter. I think she helped plan that trip because she liked Emil a lot, and they were close
Oh, really? Now,
friends.
You're saying this is Emil here?
Yeah,
And that's her, Al's daughter?
Al's daughter and Al. Yeah.
Mark that, I guess I should, you've got a numbering scheme, how about you be marking these?
Yeah, you might.
See. I don't have a pen though.
We just identified them as Mike Kohler.
No.
Boy, he must not like the other people in the photograph.
Is that the one we saw before that has Mike on the back? And I can't help.
This is Emerald, Al, and his daughter.
And Al's daughter, yeah. Okay, that's John. Yeah. On the farm.
And now, what kind of implement is that?
Well, that's a
It
harrow.
looks like what is it? Or a mower. Is that a chain drive right there for the wheel?
I think
I see,
they're
it's a harrow, you're right.
teeth coming down.
Yeah, I see, you're right.
As soon as you hitch it up, they're in the ground.
Okay, that's the house on the farm in Nebraska.
And Red Bluff.
Tell me?
In the Kohler farm.
Yeah. Red Bluff.
Oh, what a nice.
And from the car, you can tell it's either 20s or early 30s. Careful, you'll break your lens.
Seems to last. But we don't know who the kids are. Anybody know what the car is?
Chevy, I think.
Is that right?
I believe.
Mass-produced Chevy?
This is one you've already seen.
Oh,
You can see a
yeah.
cigar out here.
Okay, we've looked at that before. That's Emil.
Oh. Yeah, he was just saying that you can see the cigar package. We've seen this one. That's a much better version of it. Boy, that's a lot.
Whose daughter would Shirley be?
Is that Jack driving it?
Shirley Kohler?
Yeah, or this Shirley, yeah, that's up here. You said she was a
Yeah,
cousin?
I think she's a cousin, but I don't know who. Which, I'll bet it's Charlie's daughter. Shirley's most likely Charlie's daughter. We might be able to validate that.
Okay.
Record there. Whoa, whoa.
That's great.
Okay. I'm sure that's out.
Treva, you need to turn around.
We can line up, Dawn, right in front.
Try and see if you can get.
Dawn, if you want to get in that.
Oh.
We can
We'll line up in a minute.
Bob, why don't they line up for picture?
Post one?
For the kids, all the kids of Richard.
Well, this is something I had a question of. We got something from Dad. I thought he got it from Al, Emil, or somebody. And it shows date of birth, Joseph J. Kohler, Mary Barbara Kohler, maiden name,
Brush.
Brush. But it shows, it's a P-I-L, Pilsen, Czechoslovakia.
Yes.
And Pesach is a nearby village.
Yeah. But I don't know where, if this is actually something, but are those ones you're familiar with?
Those came out of a Bible or some such database, I'll bet. Because it gives birthplace,
Yeah.
date of birth.
And
those are
came
the
to
same
Nebraska.
names that I think we've all
Yeah.
related to.
There's two Josephs, a Joseph J and a Joseph L.
Joseph Leonard.
Oh, Joseph J. Yeah.
Joseph J. is the father.
Yeah.
There. No, not on the floor. There, so, there. No, on the floor. Piece of paper. Right down there. That's got Dad's. Yeah, that says Dad. It says Dad's father is Joseph Leonard Kohler,
That's right.
and then it shows Nellie Hayes as his mother. Now, apparently that's a nickname for Ellen.
Ella, yeah.
Yes.
But if you would think that might be her legal name if she put it like that.
Well, I think
But-
they put maiden names.
Yeah, they do. No, they
No, I
do.
meant the Nella, the Nellie rather than Ellen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She probably went by that. She may not have.
She did. Everybody called her Nell.
Yeah.
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 She was never
You
called
say
Ellen.
you know Alan.
Yeah, Alan McClellan delivered me. Delivered all three of us.
Yeah. Yes, that's
You
right.
knew him as a kid
I
growing
went
up.
to him, in fact.
Is that right?
He was an old.
Why did Jack go into medicine?
Jack did.
I knew that. This is a trick question. Why?
Why did he?
No, I did. Just
Well, he was in the war, as you know,
yeah.
had the period when he had to favor his arm because he had a shot wound that severed or damaged the brachial nerve. It took him a long while to recover full function of his right hand. He had to learn to write with his left hand. And when he got to the point where he was able to, he'd started college before he went into the service, and he had a long time to think during that convalescence. And I doubt that the way he was treated in a veterans hospital would have motivated him. But out of that period of his life, he apparently decided he also wanted to go into medicine. I had finished by then. I was probably through with my residency before he really got well into it.
He said he was going to be a lawyer at one time.
Yeah, well, he in fact had. That's unfair. Now you want a speaking role?
Okay, he told me that it was because of Grandpa that he went and became a doctor. Mom's dad.
Jack did.
Yeah,
Could be.
What was he?
he was a country doctor.
So Nellie Hayes' father.
No, my mom's father was a country doctor. And he used to come and visit.
Jew.
This is
Okay, Jew.
this is Dr. Richard Rogers of Junction City, who fathered my wife.
Okay. Oh, and so you met June way back in the dark. Yeah.
Oh yes, yes.
was inspired by your
Yeah,
wife's
yeah.
photos.
He did respect the role that Mary's grandfather on her maternal side.
Okay, Mom, you tell
Good, sir.
us what you told me, now that we got him to finally say what he thought it was. What did Grandmother Kohler say that Jack went to medicine for? Don't you remember that?
No, I don't remember.
Because Bob was going into it?
No, I didn't think.
I've
No.
always wondered about that
No.
because you said he went to school before, well, he was pre-med anyway. Who knows what he was finally.
No, it wasn't because of you. I didn't tell you that. It wasn't because,
An early memory I have.
yeah, oh, no. Because when you told me that it was because of the, of his grandfather, it wasn't.
Hematology and
I thought it was going to catch her on video, but she's recanting her story.
I remember that, yeah.
That doesn't happen very often.
he did
No, it
chest
wasn't,
medicine.
because Jack was, Bob was already here.
Let's get a picture of all of us lined up.
Yeah, we'll get you a picture of you all. We'll line them up and.
All of Nick's kids in descending order over there. We're going to do the.
Can I-
We'll do the smaller version.
I was going to make one, if I could, being an outsider, but when Mary was giving birth to our son Thatcher, it was quite an involved thing. And finally, he came out and he was doing okay, and they took him out in the outside room and came back with him and said, well, he seems to be okay. The only thing is he's got webbed feet. And Mary and I just
Like Jack with my dad.
and I was going, where did he get these webbed
on the beach with him.
feet? So Thatcher has webbed feet, yeah.
I want to see his feet.
Yeah, I'll get him.
Let's videotape it. I'm sure he just loves this. Okay, it's off. We can relax now.
Why don't we try and get everybody lined up and have somebody, like one of your kids, take care of the photograph, at least of you and I and Deb. Can we get Jared to do it?
remember anything. How do we know this is camp? Is that a general statement?
Generally doesn't remember. I remember when we got taken. Maybe we didn't forget. From some old bridge or something. Dad was halfway.
Yeah, I remember we went and looked at some falls, which are near the city.
Oh, you might remember. We went with Christy that time on that trip in Eastern Washington, climbing up those hills.
It looks like it probably, probably 92, 93.
92, 93, okay.
Oh, there's the beard. There's Arnie.
Oh, this is farther, much farther.
Yeah.
This is Christmas.
Three.
Larry.
Nicole is 2.
That's 76. Nicole was 2, huh?
Yeah, this is probably 76.
Didn't know Nicole was allowed around then.
I mean, Angela. Lisa's reciprocated. I call her Angela. This is of my family. This is great. Where's that pen at? Can someone give me something to point with?
Wait, something, Larry?
Here, I got some.
Yeah, we have a pink one.
So Jared, his grandmother, Kate's mother, and Kate's grandmother, who was, how old, Kate? Where did Kate go?
1980, so I'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, that'd be.
She was over. She would have been just 75.
Oh,
She was,
sorry. I have so many things to concentrate, I can't do them all.
there she was 85.
Was she?
85.
What are their names?
And Dad, Jennifer, Kate, Nicole, and Angela.
Yeah, she does, doesn't she? Wow. That's Dad and Mom's house.
And we figured because of that drawing, the etching that was there, the rubbing that's there was the one we had just finished and gotten, and you came back from Turkey in 1982 with that.
Yeah.
So that has to be 82 or 83. That's Jennifer, and oh, okay.
We went camping over in Eastern Washington with your dad, just the family and your dad.
Camping in Eastern Washington with Dad. You want it back?
You're right, that's too young for Yellowstone there.
How do you know which pictures you're looking at?
That's probably that same Christmas. I think he's pointing to his shirt, but maybe something else. Well, yeah, the look of surprise tells me. Why don't you do some of that?
David, Elisa.
Oh, yeah, so we can start.
This is
Kathleen, Dawn. Is that Kate? Oh, yeah. Who's that? I'm looking at it skewed, too. I can't see. Isu.
Larry, Elisa, David, I think is in Kate's.
Oh, is that?
This would be Cora.
Oh, there's Cheryl and Dad. No, I really can't.
Here's the waiter.
Cora's down there.
Do you remember the waiter's name?
Oh, this is the famous Montana.
Yeah, the Yellowstone. So there's my cousin Teresa, Dad, I forget who, Don, Jennifer and Leland, right. Elisa, Kathleen. Anybody who's this? Oh, very good. And oh, that's Angela. You're right. Yeah. What's that?
Teresa came out from
That's
Montana.
my again. I'm your daughter. Kathy Green.
There's always criticism.
The last person goes half there,
Yep.
And you know I would never be criticizing them.
Dad, I was about to say, I'm sure you were 1996.
96?
That was our wedding.
Oh,
We were trying to get Dad to sit down.
that's right. And we were trying to keep him seated down. Dad, we haven't taken a picture yet. It was. He was very uncomfortable. That's your parents, isn't it, Andy?
We'll point him out.
Andy, your father, my mother. No, that's Kathy. I'm just so skewed over here. I can't see. No, I'm fine.
You're not skewed. It's just this.
Joan.
Right, and Dad. Yeah. Should we go through them? There's too many, aren't there? And that's it's the same culprits again.
See Orion with the fuzzy hair.
You show those two. But you want them on here? Oh, this is the same thing again, isn't it?
Is David on?
So you want those to be shown, Don? Yeah. But we've all seen this one. This was in the.
No, he looks unhappy in that picture.
You think so?
Something in the
think so.
eyes.
Maybe he has to go to the bathroom.
He doesn't like his picture taken.
He's probably having the whole still or something. Yeah. It's a nice picture.
We were going to do more contemporary. How come we don't have any more contemporary photos of that?
We do.
No, I mean here. We're ready to go. Anybody wants photos shown, they better bring them.
Where's the cousin's picture?
So this is Grandfather Kohler.
That's right.
Daddy, get the cousin's picture that I framed.
He looks like a Czech, doesn't he? 100% Bohum.
No.
I guess we were looking for pictures of that with the other photos. Do we have any more stacks? I thought we had a bunch.
At least I had a whole bunch. She gave them to me.
Anybody else have photos they want to see up here?
We had, you didn't show the ones above.
There's a white
Oh
envelope.
yeah, they're underneath there. Good
There's a
idea.
white envelope under here.
No, but these here. Let's do those ones.
Yeah, that's yours. Maybe.
You're right. These are the other ones.
We talked about helping Dana to put that on the tape and blow it up and make sure it's going to run it up. And she can
Is this everybody?
But you didn't put me on. But that's all it has. Oh, that's a good one. We've got a whole bunch of ones here. But you've already showed those top ones we've shown. Let me show you. Oh, yeah.
A picture that Bob brought of his place. Now you're full. This is full-time residence now. Down. Where's this at? I've been there.
Just out of Newburgh. You're all welcome.
What state? Kohler Vineyard, yeah.
And same shot in the middle of winter.
What a few months makes.
Rarely happens. That's the house, middle of winter. We have 17 acres. And that's the dog, family dog. But
How much of it is in the vineyard?
tell me,
17 acres. How much is in vineyard?
it's all in forest land except for the 2 acres in the vineyard. Come on, it is to a vineyard. Just stop. You should know that that heckler in the back lives on a 40-acre vineyard. Dave actually got me started with my vines. we've downsized since. But if we keep going, I'm going to let you see June, who on whose behalf I apologize because she wasn't up to coming today. And eventually, well, that's me and June working in the vineyard.
She's looking,
More of the vineyard, but somewhere is the California trip that we took. This is where Tom, his wife Lori, and June on the right, when we were visiting them. Tom's a geologist, works for Scopac, which, if you remember the story about somebody, Butterfly Wells, who lived in the redwood tree to protest the lumbering, that's the company, and Tom's responsible for their misbehavior. And that's just another shot. And that's June on the right. They would have loved to have come, but they've got another 600 miles if they were to do so. Oh, that's his spread. He's got a superb layout. Those are his horses and mules, his barn. They are sitting on a 300-acre piece of property that actually belongs to the company, and that's how well they treat him now that he helps them take care of soil and water conservation, those kinds of problems. I'm sure he would welcome you as well.
Northern California.
Near Scotia.
South of Crescent City, which is right on the border of Oregon.
Has somebody written that down, by the way?
We know where San Francisco is.
It's on the tape.
Oh, okay.
We'll all go to visit next week.
Don is getting emails for everybody, and I will be able to give you his email.
Oh.
And I think Mary already.
Where did you guys get these?
We haven't Debbie and
So what is this, Debbie?
That is Dad when he came. This is a picture of Dad when he came and visited us in Turkey, and it's at Tamer's aunt's house. That's Tamer on the right, Dad in the middle, me, and I'm holding Teo. We all know who this is.
This is 1956. 1956, when we lived in Yakima, and Cheryl's just a baby, as you can see. And, yeah, look at that little Janice. Oh, look at that Debbie. Look at that Larry. Look at that Don. He's so serious. Look at that fat mouth. 56.
Those crew cuts are from Dad.
6, 5, 4, 2, 2 and no, 1.5.
In Yakima, Dad Don would have been almost 8.
56.
We didn't move to Yakima.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. This is it. Yes, it does. That was just before we went to in 57. I'm sorry. Yeah. So this is 1956 in Richland. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's me, right there. Christine. There's Christine as well. Yeah, and Catherine. And Maureen and Cheryl. And who's the baby? Elisa? Oh, that's Elisa.
That little mohawk hairdo she used to have as a baby.
Oh, yeah, this is our hippie days with Dawn. Look at Dawn. Look at that hair. Isn't that terrible? There's Larry in the chair. And then Kathy and Janice is next to Dawn. Maureen is with her dad. There's me. And then Debbie in her hippie outfit. Isn't that something? Janice.
And that happens to be just a few days before our wedding. Tamer's and my wedding.
Oh, that's right.
That's why we were all getting together.
Seems like only yesterday.
25 years already.
25 years, Jan, December 27th. So
Hard to
right-
believe, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kathy, Nicole, and
And that's in my house. Yeah.
So and then Nicole's about 10.
Uh,
Yeah, that's just the same one smaller. Oh, there you go.
this is Yakima.
Now I'm the cutest one.
Yeah. Deb, Janice, Cheryl, Larry, Don, and Maureen. That's 1960. And we had a stairway up the stairs. Had a great house in Yakima. Dick was quite happy there. I think that's why he went back. When we were divorced, he went back to Yakima.
Midland Manor?
Oh,
No. Where? Yakima?
Jacqueline visited some people, and
Oh, he went to Nebraska.
Nebraska.
California when he was down
Did that trip to Nebraska?
deep out in Riverside in California. He came down and visited some people, and I don't remember whose relatives they were. I mean, they were his relatives. You.
I think it was Nebraska. I think it's when he came back with the
Relatives.
Where's Tom Air?
Losing the people, Larry.
Where's Tom Air?
Isn't that what he came back with the information on vacation?
Okay, who all is
Hey,
this?
Tom Air.
I have no idea.
There's Dad.
I have no idea who this
He
is.
had more than one family. There's a movie about it.
Maybe that woman that called that was Richard.
Gunnar and Gunnar's father.
Barrier.
That was in. What town was that? Forsmark in Sweden.
Oh, that's in Turkey again. At an outdoor tea garden. And that's Dad and me and Tamer and Isu this time.
That's Isu?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at her hair.
They're cute.
Look at this one. This is the house on
Jennifer,
23rd Street.
Angela, and Jared.
I don't know where did this come from.
Angela, you are so cute. Look at her.
They like their grandpa. He, of course, would give them gifts.
Oh yeah, right.
You take them anywhere in the car you want. I think it's a chip on the picture.
Looks like something on the picture.
Of course, the kids you never know if they're playing or what.
Oh, you're going to show the next one? That one's pretty. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. No, Maureen, tell the story of this one. Were you there when this was taken? Okay, tell her.
No, I wasn't on the premises at that. I just remember him making that candle. It's out of copper. He was playing with copper, and he made the candle holder. And he was posing with it. I had a friend, I think.
Wait, can I talk to you?
Yeah.
Oh, is that... Which one's me?
Holy mackerel.
Who is it? Isu and Teo? It's Isu and Teo?
Or Ryan and Polly.
You know, that does look like Teo. And
Orion and Polly.
No, I think.
These are from Dad's collection. These are his Polaroids.
Can I see the picture up close?
This is on a milk carton, very simple.
Can I see the picture up close? That looks like I'm not the good at this. No, it is. Yes, it is. That's Isu and Teo.
Isu and Teo.
Let's put it back in.
Yeah, there's a wooden stove. This is a house in Ankara. Okay. I can't see very well, you guys. That's our house in Ankara. That's Teo. And that's Isu and Dad. And so I don't recognize my own children.
Jeez.
Is that you? Yeah, that's them again. That is in Cappadocia. So we took Dad. Actually, I could tell a story about this. We went down. There was a city that's 8 stories underground. It's what they used to. The peasants in that area used to use to get away from the Romans. And they'd go when they were being invaded. They'd go down underground, and roll these big stones across it and then hide for years. Sometimes they'd have all kinds of storage and stuff down there. We went down. We got down to the 4th story. We were the only tourists there. We were there with a taxi driver, and the electricity went out. And we are in an area that there is no real good clear paths. There were places where you could fall into, and so we just lit matches for a while and tried to figure out what to do. And then the taxi driver went ahead and started to slowly climb out. We were down for probably a couple of hours just telling stories, and until the yeah, it was kind of fun.
They had running water there, right? Remember?
Yeah, they had running water inside the cities.
Right, that came down.
Yeah.
Do you kids have any issues with the dark since then?
No, nah.
We went camping one time, and I think it was Jared. And he was talking about Washington. That was in Yellowstone. And he said, "Isn't there any running water?" And I said, "See the spigot on a block down there? You run down there, fill it up, and run back. That's running water."
You trained her well.
Is that Nicole?
Yes.
Yeah, that is Nicole.
It's on one of our trips. Camping trip. Yeah.
See, I'm not the only one who doesn't recognize my children.
But she said that he taught her how to play chess. I was just wondering if on this day I said there was a chess game. Maybe you remember that.
Like it's inside, it's outside, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it could be inside.
Well, that's the same trip.
Oh yeah, there's a
we had
Coleman
that-
stove there.
Same trip we had with picture of Jennifer before that you misidentified as Yellowstone, but that's the same trip we went camping. About 85.
86 for Yellowstone. Yeah, I got it on some Christmas or something.
Well, then that trip was good.
And this kid, boy, was she ever a noisy kid. This is Elisa. No one could control her. This was on a happy day for her. Oh,
Who got married after Lisa was born? Didn't look
Isn't that a wedding?
oh, I see. Well, that's what you're asking. Yeah, no kidding.
It's a two-story wedding cake.
No idea.
Julie. I should get any of us.
What year would that be?
85.
Well, I don't.
That must be Nicole.
Yeah, that's Nicole.
Angela.
And there's Angela and Jennifer. And some.
Somebody's taking that picture. Somebody's wedding.
Yeah, I had no idea where that.
Wow, you know, that looks just like my house at home.
You know, I wonder, is this your wedding? Is this your wedding? What year were you married?
Yeah. That's probably our house.
Yeah, that would.
Your wedding.
Yep.
That's right. It's all the information. Just right.
This is Michael's wedding.
Yeah.
Because we went to St. Joseph's, right?
Right.
And then came over your house on this purpose.
Yeah.
This is a great
on.
shot. Except that we. Well,
And that was like that same day, those other pictures.
oh, it was. Yeah.
The same shirt.
I had a house like that too.
Yeah, they were smoking cigars. Well, he was actually, Tamer's dad was smoking cigarettes. Drinking Rocca.
Jennifer wears her hair really straight like that. There's a lot of similarities now. The way that she looks at that years ago. Face, nose, and eyes, and everything.
Who? Anybody know about this? Oh, this is.
Cora.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that was Debbie. That's Cheryl. Of course it is. Yeah.
Your dad is.
It's a West
You know, I could look at the pictures before I put them down. That'd be one idea.
Yeah. Right.
Probably going hard to take a picture.
In Sweden, in their apartment. Where,
Oh, that's right.
is it?
No.
On the way
Yeah,
to the
well,
wedding.
that was a wedding.
On the way to the wedding. We stayed at that.
Ooh, thank you. Oh no, I thought you were going to give me much more.
No, I don't have any more.
That's a photo I took of Dad on Mom's front porch in would have been in the early 70s, and it was on 42nd Street in West Seattle.
Oh, we need a light on. Oh, we do? Yeah. The camera needs the light on.
No, you have to do the other one. We thought it would work.
So that's on 42nd Street.
Mom's front. No, 42nd in West Seattle. This is Dad's front porch in Yakima. That's Dad and Kathy. So it's about that. This is his house. No, I took this one too. Yeah, it's his back door. That's where I did all his projects. This was a veterinary hospital Dad worked at in Tacoma in the early 70s, and that's Kathy and Dad showing the animals that were the resident vet pets. This is a trip we took with Dad to Wyoming, and this is Aunt Rose on the far right, and then Janice, and that's Jack Ellis and his wife. I don't recall her name. Kathy's in the foreground. The background is Jack's son, and then Dad, and in front of Dad is Jack's daughter. They had 4 kids. They were all adopted. They still had a working farm, sheep ranch in Wyoming.
That was Jack Ellis' second. Because Jack Ellis
Senior, yeah. This is junior, yeah. Yeah, that's right. So this was in about 74, 73, somewhere now. This is in Dad's backyard when he was into archery, and that's a neighbor friend of ours, Kaylin Stelter, in the foreground. Whose sister showed up at Kathy's wedding, yeah, Katrina. And this is Honey on Mom's couch on 42nd in West Seattle, and that was our guinea pig, Charlie Brown. Guys, look behind it and see the record thing. This is a photo someone took at in Montana in Wunk's yard, and it's Janice and Dad at grandparents' 50th anniversary, 77. This is an impromptu shot I took of Dad with my cat sitting on his stomach, and I cropped the cat. No, this is when they came here to visit Gunner's parents. So it's Birger, Britta, Don, Dad, and then Kath and I in the foreground. I'm not sure.
No, later than that.
84, 85?
Would you be 20 then?
In 85, I would have been 25. I would have been 25, yeah. So Kathy would have been 20.
But you're not that much shorter. You must be standing on the curve.
This is a shot I took of Dad on a hike outside of Yakima that we used to like to go to. Yeah. It's one of his few bright, colorful shirts. And these are Debbie's.
Is that Tabor?
That's their wedding.
1974. Oh, I loved that jacket. But it was the style, you guys. Remember that. So that's at our wedding, and Dad's behind us. And Mehmet is there. You can see a little bit of Janice, Don. Was Greg at our wedding? Greg wasn't at our wedding. That's Kamal. No. That's Kamal. Yeah. Same hairline. So we're going to switch over. There we go. And this is a party, that same party that was done earlier, just before the wedding, with Dad. And to Dad's right is Tamer's father, Don, Larry, as you go around the table. And that's Oktai, whose wife used to babysit Larry's kids. Sevim. Yeah. And Semi, who were Tamer's folks' longtime family friends. With Raku, yes. Everybody was drinking. And this is, I don't know exactly when this is. We decided it must have been after the wedding, because otherwise Grandmother wasn't talking to us. So, and it's our picture, so I think that's us. So,
That's in Mom's house.
Yeah, that's in... Yeah, so that was about 1976, 75, 76.
Did you have braces on?
No, you didn't have braces.
And actually, this is a picture we have, but it's not one we took. Somebody sent it to us, and it was a good picture of Dad. You can see Kathy in the front, obviously. Dad, Mom, Maureen, as they move around. No, that's at Mom's old house on 47th. So Kathleen, isn't that? Who is, that's Kathleen. And Jared sitting on their lap with Dawn and Gunnar and Cheryl and Angela. Strange, eclectic group there, you guys.
Well, it's after Kathleen was married to Don. So.
Gunnar were there. Isn't that an occasion? It's just a, yeah. You look like you have a sundress on of some kind.
Kathy's not dressed up though.
And the kids are always the way they are. Yeah. 8, 9, 8. So Cheryl, when did you guys, what years did you guys come back to the States? You guys have those all memorized?
82 maybe. No, it's later than
82. 82.
When did you guys get married, Kathleen? What year?
And oh, this one, take it slow, yeah. This is a great picture. This is the same trip that Dad took to Turkey with us. And we were down in Alanya. And on the other side of that beautiful banana plantation is the Mediterranean Ocean. And we saw one of the most beautiful, spectacular lightning shows I've ever seen in my life. And that's Isu in Tamer's arms and Honey next to him.
You're so cute.
Who's the child?
Isu.
Because you said it so cute. I was wondering.
And this is more of that same trip. Me on the left with Teo, and then Isu, Tamer, and Dad. And that's on a horse carriage on one of the islands that you can't have cars on in the Marmaris. This is one of my favorite pictures. I really like this picture. That's Teo, and that's Dad, and that's the Aegean Sea behind Dad. And the picture was just one of those little Instamatic Polaroid, those, whatever, Instamatics. And it's a no negative, and it's already been beat up a little bit. A Polaroid, yeah. So we need to somehow or another restore that picture. We've got it on the computer now. So.
The bottles are what?
Oh, they were FS Czechoslovakian beer.
Oh, that's. Can you see that? No, it's just a ironworks. Round circles. No, they don't usually bring babies to prison. Tabakshis, yeah. I think, but this is just at a tea garden down there. I don't think that's their house. And this is Dad down in Southern California when we first moved back. So he came down to visit us. We're down on probably Seal Beach on the rocks. That's Teo and Isu and Dad. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Erdogan. Yeah. Oh, and this is a great one. This is the same time. That's Teo in all of his character. And Erdogan and Dad. I like that picture. Yes, they just went swimming. They got a towel wrapped around them. They, you know. I know. Thank you.
That is really cute. Look at you guys.
And I think that's Dad's Pinto behind them. Is that what it is? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You're right. Is that it? More? Oh, this is 5 years ago. Up at Silverwood Lake. We took Tamer, when you first came up here for the Vista program in the Dalles, he came home at summertime and brought Dad with him. And you can see the little rubber raft behind him. He got stuck out in the middle of the lake, and the wind blows those things around. They are dangerous. If you ever get in a rubber raft, be careful. They just take you off. You can't row. You can't do anything except get out and swim. Anyway, we just went camping, and there's Crystal, who is always in our family pictures, isn't she, Isu? That's the person that you don't know in that picture. And there she is again on the right, and then Isu, and then Teo, and then Dad, and then Erdogan, in his more perturbed modes of, and then that's me. Yeah. Oh, it's just very shaded.
What's Erdogan's problem again?
Oh, he just gets, perturbed at Mom sometimes, and this is the same trip. We rented a boat and we're out fishing. And Dad was doing really good then, actually. He was starting to have problems, but for the most part he could walk and get up and get around, but the Parkinson's wasn't that bad. You could see it in his shake in his hands and stuff. But anyway, that's a good picture. I like that one too. This would be 5 years ago. So 1995. I think that is, by our standards, that's the last time we saw Dad whole. And this is about the next year, and the kids are up here in Seattle. I don't know which one of you guys. You go on a camping trip with you guys somewhere. And this is a picture that one of my kids had in their shots. Erdogan, you were talking about the log you guys were on. Or is this the one that we were up at Solduck at Crescent Lake? Oh. Did Dad come with us and go up to Crescent Lake? And is that what he looked like then? Well, then we have this out of sequence because that's earlier. Yeah, okay. I was there then. Oh, well. What's that?
This is
Did I miss it somehow? Must have. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody who told me what this is. That's Janice. And Dad and Cheryl and in Denver. So Barb Conlon and Orion and Polly. So that, yeah. And that's Denver and must be. Janice. Oh, Barb Conlon. And there's Dad in 1984 on Mom's house, at Mom's house on the front porch. 84, you were just 3 months old. Yes, but we came home for vacation. You were just a baby. We were home for about 3 months. You don't remember it, obviously.
We have video of this.
Oh, there's... Oh, well, this is somebody else's. This isn't ours. I get to pass the mic on to Kathleen? Oh, okay. So this is Christmas at Kate's house with Cora in the front. That must be 82. 82?
No.
Cora. Huh, you're right.
I think I was about 9 or 10.
Yeah, wait a minute.
It's true.
What's true now?
At Kate's house.
Oh. Well, that's true. She just has taken on a greater significance in the family than you are, I guess. Well, Larry, actually, she keeps in touch with us better. She keeps in touch with us better. That's good. Okay, this is Cheryl. You should speak. This is you guys. Where? Here, we can pass it back to them.
I don't know what to say. No, we took a trip through the Yellowstone, and we stayed overnight at the Yellowstone. And then we didn't go see Aunt Margaret because we weren't married at that time. And so she got kind of mad at us. But then we went and see her. We saw her last time we were here. So we're forgiven. Yeah, so we didn't. Oh, I bet she really was. No, I think she's changed it. And that's my dad hugging me. So, believe. There we are. Huh? Yeah, we're somewhere in between. Yeah, somewhere in Wyoming, maybe? I don't know. 82, I think. So, anyway, we had a great time. My walks, right. But it's a Swedish time, so it won't matter. That's at the wedding, and that's Gunnar's uncle, Ingvar. And yeah, that's Dad in the background.
He came to our wedding.
Yeah.
You taped over there.
No, we taped it like
Because I remember pictures of Ariel and you when you were little.
that's this
Maybe we should skip. Well, just try to get Dad on this.
Doing what he does best, right there.
And see if we can get that. This is my dad. His dad, you know. And Elisa.
Hey.
Who's the other man? My dad.
Lisa?
Does he always treat you like an older?
That looks like, just like, is it Janice? The baby pictures, it was Cheryl as the baby. Cheryl's baby pictures.
It's not very nice to call it over.
maybe the senior.
Is the singing part before this or after this? I don't know. Maybe it's the singing part. You're like, you have the singing at the very beginning.
His grandpa sings too. The other grandpa.
Kathleen's dad sang a song, so Dad wasn't going to be enough. So he was the beer drinker, so I had to
Everybody. Phil and Mom had.
Wow, everybody in this room?
Yeah, pretty much everybody but you.
At the very beginning.
We had hummus and we had stuffing mushrooms and this something.
Oh, Nicole looks so tired.
What's that?
The bruschetta.
Nicole.
Okay, somebody's gonna have to entertain that kid. You guys really look like an exciting crowd.